Hi Vogue, I'm Kylen and these are my beauty secrets. Now I've pretty much been raised in the beauty space. I was raised by my aunt who is a licensed esthetician and makeup artist, and my mom who had an obsession with beauty and also a shopping addiction. So I feel like I've spent like the last 25 years of my life learning beauty secrets. So this is my guide to a very fresh, awake face and huge fluffy eyebrows. Skin prep is very important. I love the Rhode glazing milk, especially because I have such dry skin, and it layers so well over every other product. In order to have that fresh, glowy, awake, youthful face, you have to have dewy skin. This is also from Rhode. It's the barrier butter. She's thick, but she makes our makeup look good. Oh, my hair is looking a little crazy. I like to let my skincare sit for at least 10 minutes before I put makeup on my face. Otherwise, it's just kind of sitting on top of my skin and our whole base will look fucked up. So we just sit and wait. Does anyone else rub their moisturizer all over their lips? It doesn't taste very good, but I always do it. I always start with my eyebrows first because it's so hard to do them when there's other products in them. So I like to take a little, what are these called? Q-tip, and just run it through my eyebrows, kind of get any of that extra product out of it. This I think I actually learned from Makeup by Mario. The brows look a little crazy, but just trust the process. One of my secrets to these big fluffy eyebrows that I have is actually that I don't really wax or tweeze them all that often. I love the look of a bushier eyebrow. I like to start at the bottom of my eyebrow and just kind of draw a guide. It can be a little messy, it doesn't really matter. Once you brush out the line, it looks super natural, but you still have a very defined shape to your eyebrows without them being like carved out, snatched to the gods. So that's what I like to do. Then I take a brow gel. This is from Rare Beauty. It's my favorite eyebrow gel of all time. And I actually run it backwards through my eyebrow hairs like this. I don't know why, I just don't really love the look of super carved out eyebrows on me. Could be that I'm a side sleeper, and so one side of my face is higher than the other, and when you have a carved out brow like that, they really have to be symmetrical or it's gonna emphasize how crooked they are. So I am team fluffy brow. I love a good skin tint. This is Danessa Myricks, and I rarely use like a full coverage foundation. If I do, it's honestly because I just want to play in makeup. Even when I'm doing full glam, sometimes I just prefer a skin tint. When I do a fresh face like this, I actually don't use concealer. I just use a tinted eye cream or some sort of like illuminating, brightening eye cream instead. This one is from Colleen Rothchild. It's probably my favorite as of right now. Look at how much brighter my under eyes are without concealer. I really want my skin to look as plump and juicy as possible, so I try not to heavily contour. I'm going in with more of a bronzing shade. This is from Westman Atelier. Stuff the lens out like butter. Oh, and if I want my lips to look juicy, I'll just contour right under the bottom and right on top. I don't know where I learned that. I think my aunt did it to me one time and I was like, no, you're emphasizing my hairy upper lip, my mustache. But it actually turned out really good. I don't know if this is really a secret, but if I want the juiciest cheeks ever, I go in with highlight before blush. I notice a difference between doing it before and after. And you can go kind of crazy with it because we're gonna put blush over top of it anyway. Look at that cheek. That is what we want. Whatever's left over on the brush, I just put on my eyelids and on my forehead, honestly everywhere. I also love a good refreshing mist, not setting spray. I honestly spray this stuff like 4 times throughout my makeup routine. This is the Rare Beauty Optimist. Always an optimist. Blush is probably my favorite part of my makeup routine. I am always mixing at least like 4 blushes together every day. When you mix different blushes, you kind of just get like your own personal shade that you can't buy in the store. It's so fun. Today I'm mixing like a light pink with this like peachy color. So pretty. Another really good trick I learned somewhere is for people with round faces, you don't want to bring your blush too high up. So I always, after I use blush, I always re-bronze the sides of my face to kind of shrink it a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I love having a round face. You have such a bigger canvas for blush than most people. So if you have a round face, embrace it. I just think the blush looks better like in the center of my face. Sometimes if I've gotten a little carried away with my blush, I'll take a really light foundation stick and just kind of do it on the side of my nose towards the middle, but not actually under my eye. This way you get the effect of a brightened under eye without having to worry about creasing. Do you see the difference? No matter what, I always take my concealer brush and just make sure there's no creases under my eyes before I set it. This powder is unmatched. It's the Pat McGrath Sublime Skin Fetish Blurring Under Eye Powder. Other than my under eyes and a little bit in the middle of my forehead, I actually don't set the rest of my face with powder. But I always do some more mist after powder. I love to go in with just any kind of bronzer, just kind of put it literally all over my face. That's my beauty secret. Growing up, I always remember my mom and my aunt like putting bronzer literally everywhere. They always looked so good. And I kind of did the same thing with blush. When I was younger, my aunt always told me to put blush on my chin and my forehead so that your cheeks aren't the only thing that look flushed. I think I've been doing it like that ever since I was like 10. And I mix just as many blushes when I'm doing powder as I do when I'm doing cream. I have an addiction to blush. Oh, another secret is that I take a light blush like this Hourglass one and I put it under my eye actually. I am a crazy blush person. Now we have no weird lines between our blush and our under eye. It just looks flawless and seamless. More spray, really just bathe yourself in it. It just feels so good. I've kind of been over black mascara lately. I love a brown, I love burgundy. I also like to focus most of my mascara to the top of my eyelashes and not really at the root. Otherwise they get heavy and then your eyelashes fall down. My go-to lippy is always Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut. The trick is just overline the middle, then follow your natural lip line for the rest of it. It's very hard to talk and do this at the same time. Then I'll do a very sheer baby pink gloss. I don't really want an actual lipstick. Not this look. I love this one, but I also love the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Veil Mist, I think is what it's called. Just let your hair blow in the wind. And there we have it. Those are all my beauty secrets for now, and I'll see you next time. Love ya!